just how are you
hmm
getting these targets? So you think we're gonna be even more bearish? Is that so? Just tell me how did you deduce the our price for the next couple of days? Because I saw that you said within like the next 3 days it should do
hmm
this if it does this.
So the first step of whenever I do something like this is just trying to identify the pattern we're in based off of Elliott wave terms. So in this
Mhm.
case, I am so like certain that we are in some kind of zigzag because this middle section, let me go to a clean chart actually. Let's go over here. Like this middle section is such a perfect flat, like A, B, or sorry, A, B, then C. So A, B, then C, or
Mhm.
like some kind of three-wave move where the B retraces like 127% of the A. Like whenever something like this happens, and whenever the move itself has so many overlapping moves, like right here, oops, right here, and then right here, um, that to me just screams like a flat where right we get the middle part which retraces beginning or past the end of the A or the beginning of the A, and then you get like an impulsive C wave move.
Mhm. Okay.
So because we or because we've identified that this is some kind of flat, then we know that the overall structure is something like this, where it's an A wave move down. Actually, I mean, it could be like here as well, right? Where this is the A, B, C, A, B, C, right? It does, it I guess it kind of matters. Probably, let's see. Hmm. I think this has to be the A because if we're thinking it is some kind of zigzag, then right, this has to be the impulse down, and um, like this can't really be five waves. So A, B, and then C. So now the question is, okay, how do we measure the C wave? Well, one, it can be through an extension like this, or two, it can be by counting the waves inside of the C leg, which is has to be some kind of five wave move down, right? So what I'm kind of seeing right now is okay, we've made a very, very clear three wave move down, and in this three waves, I think we've hit the 1618. Yeah, so we're kind of consolidating at the 1618 right now. So our options are um, either the C leg is done, which I don't think so, because there's really only three visible waves here, and in terms of like significance behind price, right? This 2900 area is not too significant. Um, Whereas, right, if we look towards the 200% extension and the 382 of the entire move, right? Um, then we can kind of see that this 20 like 780 area has a lot more reason for us to bounce here and end whatever like
The three move.
correction, yeah, whatever correction we're in. So that is where I get my idea of, hey, I think for the next couple days, we are going to consolidate for a bit because it makes sense for the three wave to end here. So in theory, right, this fourth wave will probably bounce anywhere between probably right this area, something like this. Or right, if it's super impulsive. I mean, there is a pretty decent lack of structure, right? If we just look at it like this, right? There's not much structure here, so maybe um, for this fourth wave, we do come up to this 2100. I mean, it's hard to say for sure. But I am pretty confident that this move is not over yet, just because of the fact that,
The
um,
three moves. You're confident that the third wave is not over yet.
yeah, the C leg is not over yet. The third wave is probably over, but the four and five is going to be put
The
in,
four
right?
and
So
five of the sea leg.
yeah, that four and five of the C leg, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
So somewhere around this 2800 area.
And so you think we're starting the fourth wave
Yeah,
right
fourth
now?
wave up or
Fourth
fourth wave
wave up,
sideways. Hmm.
sideways. Yeah.
I think it's more likely we go sideways a bit, but this sideways is pretty significant, right? This is like a 70-point range over here.
Yeah.
Not really a range over here, but there is for sure price action, right? And in this case, The most important level will probably have to be 2900, right? Because it seems like price tends to gravitate towards that area. And then the next one would be 2960, right? Something like this, um, where it is the 236 of this move. And we have some structure here, right? We get this tiny, tiny, tiny range up here. Um, so I do think, I mean, I do, if this 30-minute closes like this, I don't mind the idea of longing, right? And having a stop underneath the body of this candle. Um,
So you said if the 30-minute closes here, and
mhm.
so you would long with the stop loss being the
The body, like the underneath the body of the candle.
up out of the candle. So if it's like super tight, then it would be basically at 2900.
Yeah. hmm So if
Okay.
it closes like right now, right,
Hmm.
then I would have the stop right here. Because in theory, if um price ever closes below the body of this candle, then it will for sure test like 2890. Um, or like a very, very, very high probability of us testing 2890 if uh the subsequent candlestick's body closes below this candlestick body, right? But this is a pretty nice reversal pattern. I mean, we have so much confluence here. Um, right, if I go back to my main chart, there is so much confluence here for us to bounce, right? We have the 1618 of the inner leg. We have the 2618. Actually, this is a bad extension. Right, we have the 1618 here, and then we have hit right the negative 618 of this entire retracement. Right, it can also be something like this, but the negative 618 of this entire retracement. And then it was also the 1618 of the extension from the A to the B, right, down to the C. So there there is a lot of reason for us to at least have some kind of relief bounce, which is why I kind of mentioned down here, you guys should probably take profit if you are in a short. Um, and what I'm looking for right now is just confirmation that we are starting some kind of not necessarily starting a bounce, but uh, confirmation that we are no longer in this
The
third
third
wave move
wave.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Right. And I think if this 30-minute closes like this, then we'll have some short term, very, very, very short term momentum.
Okay. And then regarding the 960 idea that I had earlier, why did you say, you should wait until 980 instead?
So you said you wanted to get in on the break of 960, right?
I wanted to, no, so it went under 960, it went back to 960. I was going to short it from 960 again. So you see that green, the one more to the
Mm-hmm.
right.
This
Put that
one,
down. No, no, one.
this one.
This one and that one. So this green one and the red one. They
Mm-hmm.
retested 960. I was going to go into a short,
Mm-hmm.
but you're like, nah, you should wait until it goes a bit higher.
Uh, at least for me, I didn't think. I think the odds for whether we go down, whether we retrace or wait, one sec. Sorry, getting a call.
You're sure.
Um, yeah, so the odds that we go either down or up was like 50-50. So it's basically coin flipping. If we came up to test 980, then I would be much more like in terms of probability, I think us rejecting 980 would be higher than us rejecting 960.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. But I did recognize that you saw this level.
Yeah, I did
So,
see it. And also, it lined up with the
mm,
127.2. And I'm like, okay,
yeah.
this might be a good short.
Mm.
But
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in hindsight, I mean, obviously, we know
hindsight's
that it
2020.
was
Yeah.
2020, but I think the reasons you had were really good. Just in terms of instinct for me, like the gut feeling stuff, I didn't like the probability for us coming down. I think it was high, being like 50, 60%, but in terms of the 980 area, then I would have assumed it was a little bit higher, just because of the recent price action, where we rejected it once and we had a very, very strong reaction to the downside.
Okay. Then in terms of this fourth wave, or not this, yeah, this relief,
hmm
uh, You think, I know I saw you saw it was you said 933 is your goal?
I'm aiming for around 933 minimum, but I want 960. Or the
960.
yeah, because we have that little area up here.
Okay.
So it does look like, especially if this hammers, I think we will get some kind of relief to at least 936, right? Because that is the level we kind of mentioned over here, um, right? And then 960 would be our upper price target. Do I think we go higher? I mean, 950 lines up with the 236, so or 957-ish lines up with the 236. 382 doesn't have much structure, but um I mean, what I'm checking right now is like the second wave retracement. It was like zero point 0.5, so it's not it's not necessarily too steep. So maybe right that kind of offers us uh, a a higher chance of us testing the 382, being the 21,000 area. But maybe I think if anything, the max I would target would probably be right here, right? Because if I get rid of this, I mean, this is the negative 236 of the retracement.
Mhm.
And then it is also, right, if we look at the impulse itself, then we have some wick here, and then we have like a couple wicks, or one more wick here, and then like almost another one here. So I think this would be kind of the last level for this relief bounce. But I
Okay,
am a
but
fan of longing here.
logging. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, the candle's about to close in
Hmm.
7 seconds.
Right. So it would just be a stop under like 2,900. So the risk to reward here is really, really great because I don't think, um, I think the odds of us coming even lower, like testing this, like, breaking 870 is not high. Um, so
Okay,
yeah, so
sounds good to me.
definitely trying to aim for anything around like 900 for a long, right? Because in terms of risk reward, that is the highest point.
And highest point, so under 2,900 is your stop, and then you are longing up until
Like here first.
933 to
Hmm.
960.
Hmm. So something like this, right? And if we do like a small retracement, this is probably actually no, it's only a 786. Not not amazing. But the it does look like on the smaller time frame that the we're closing around right like the golden zone, so it's like okay, I guess. But I mean in terms of how it's been the last couple of days in terms of personality of overnight price action, it's been pretty volatile.
Oh
So
yeah, especially like later in the night.
yeah, like 1 a.m., 3 a.m., like it actually gets kind of crazy. So I would definitely have a stop overnight, just probably around like 898-ish.
No, I'll give this like maybe 3 more hours to
Hmm.
see if it gets to 930-ish.
Hmm.
If it doesn't, then I'll just exit before going. I don't like holding stuff when I'm not awake.
Yeah, valid. Unless I'm like super up on the month or the week, then I don't bother with it either.
You know, it's like yeah, like there's gonna be a move when I wake up. I'll catch that one. I don't
Exactly,
need to
exactly,
catch.
exactly. You don't need to catch something while you're asleep, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
um,
then one
mhm,
last thing, this is unrelated. In terms of platform, you
mhm.
like Thinkorswim. Is there any reason why you dislike it, or just because that's just what you use?
It's what I've been used to for the entire time I've been trading. So, um, I've I've been trying like Tradeovate and other like funded futures
Mhm.
platforms, and I love it. I actually love the idea that I can trade directly on the chart. Um,
Oh, you have it hooked up?
uh, not to this, but I like for Quant Tower, I think. Uh, I was testing it out like on a paper account and
Mhm.
just testing based off of like live data. I was able to trade on the DOM, which was kind of fun. I was literally going in and out within seconds, which is something I can't do on Thinkorswim just because it's just an older platform.
Yeah,
So
especially I know what you mean on the trade of it. Like it has the DOM, like it shows, especially
mm,
if you get the top of book data, like it shows how
mhm.
much trades are each, and you can just
Yeah,
enter in, exit out.
it's actually crazy how fast you can input trades. And the fact that you can kind of like drag your stop and your entries directly on the chart, that is crazy to me. Um, but in
Okay, because
terms,
I was thinking of maybe switching later on to
mhm.
back to Thinkorswim because I do have a Schwab account.
No,
Um
I wouldn't.
yeah, yeah, that's the thing.
It's
I'm
just
like,
old.
is this old? Yeah.
Yeah, it's old and it's trustworthy for me because I'm a long-standing customer. So they reduced a lot of my commissions,
Hmm.
even on options. Options are basically free for me. Um, so I'm kind of just there because of loyalty. But
Yeah, and the Tradeovate is probably cheaper than yours, to be honest. Like they have Tradeovates for free. It's cheaper than their current rate. I think it's like 130 per mini.
oh,
And
really?
then if yeah, so if you open up a new tab, go to Tradeovate plan. Like they have three plans that you can uh purchase. So there's the free one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a free one is 130 per mini. And then you can give them like 1500 and then it just goes down to 60 cents per mini. If you can
Oh
get the
shit.
lifetime plan. Yeah.
I actually didn't know this.
Mhm.
Huh. Okay,
I
well,
mean,
I'll look into
like
it.
in your case, you know, two, 20 cents, not like 30
I've
cents
never
more
really
for
thought
a
about
contract.
commission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 30 cents more for a contract is probably not gonna make
No,
that
no,
big
no.
of a difference.
I've never like whenever someone asks me, "Oh, why do you still use like TOS? Don't they charge you a lot for commission?" I'm like, "Bro, if you're worrying about commissions,
Commission, yeah.
you're not gonna make it in trading. Like, dude,
Hmm.
you're literally
Commission is
worrying about
like,
pennies."
yeah, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and then what was my other, yeah, so it was just that because I was thinking of like I don't like being spread out through multiple different, you know, it's you know, you're supposed to have multiple different brokers, but I don't really care. I'm not gonna be
Honestly,
like
I don't really care. No,
yeah, I'm not going to be like trading GameStop where like it's going to
yeah,
be a big deal.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I guess I'll just stick with Trader because I was thinking of having my stock portfolio with what you call it with Thinkorswim with Schwab, and
Hmm.
they let you use that as a margin as well. So you don't need to like they'll that will count towards your collateral basically.
Oh,
But I'm
okay.
like, that's not really that big of a deal. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just
Mm.
gonna stick to having my stocks with Chase, JP Morgan Chase, and have my futures with Tradeovate. The only thing I hate about Tradeovate is that their mobile app is kind of dookie.
Really?
But
I mean,
yeah,
Thinkorswim is not good either. Like, don't get me wrong, it is not good. Um,
yeah, like especially when I was managing two accounts, like
mhm.
it was a pain in the ass. But like since now I just have one account, then it's a bit simpler. But like
I
they
see.
like on the Trade of Eight website, like the that one you can easily do group trades, but on
Hmm.
mobile you can't do group trades. So like if you want trading on two accounts, you need to
You
like
have to
switch
swap
between
over. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
swap over. I'm like,
Hmm.
ugh, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
hassle.
Yeah,
But
what,
since now I'm
mm.
trading one, doesn't really matter. But
Yeah,
yeah,
when I was managing some of my family's portfolios on the old TD Ameritrade, like I would have to manually swap over. It's just annoying. But I don't do that anymore, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. But yeah, Trade of Eight is a good platform. I wish they had more options in terms of like maybe they do have a trailing. Let me check if they have a trailing stop limit. Oh yeah, they do have trailing stop. Okay.
I would really like if I could use Quantar on like the My Fun Futures because when I was using that, dude, it's so fun. It literally
Uh
makes it like a game.
yeah, you can I think some fundeds have that as an option.
Quantar?
I'm pretty sure, let's see. Funded to futures funded. Uh, uh Top Step has it.
Mm.
And then my funded futures also has it.
Oh, it does. Oh, then
Yeah.
I'll just link Quantar then. Yeah, trading on the DOM is a little bit addicting, but maybe
It's that's
maybe I
for
can curb a
scalps
bit.
basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like if I'm
Yeah.
doing second
Yeah,
trades.
I'm like I don't I don't know if I'm like should I stay on the should I stay on the long term or should I try doing scalps? I'm like Scalps,
No, I
yeah,
would do the
a long term.
scalps are so much more um dangerous, I guess, and it requires you to be like an entirely different person, right?
Hmm.
Because you're managing way more than just you're managing so much emotions at once, right? Because
Yeah.
you're aiming for so little, and when you get these, especially like now, when you have these kinds of candlesticks, you're gonna yeah you're gonna get stopped out so often, right? Because
Hmm.
you're not used to whatever this is.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's freaking 40 points. Like up down is stupid.
hmm Yeah, but I was also looking at ES recently, and honestly, um, the price action looks so much cleaner, especially on the 195, right? If I'm looking at this compared to NQ, um, yeah, the the moves are so much more controlled in my opinion. Like the candlestick bodies make more sense, I guess. Especially just this range in particular, right? This one, and then we have like liquidation wick up here. So I was probably planning on like swapping over sometime soon. We have like this, and then we have,
From NQ to ES.
yeah, because honestly, I'm just comparing, right? Even right here on ES on the 195, like this is, this level is so important at this 5950 area. So if this were to ever break on ES, I think this guarantees us, right, at least the move down to right 5920, right? So.
Hmm.
Um, Probably make the swap sometime next week, or maybe even Sunday or maybe Friday is all we need to kind of consolidate for a little bit before we make that final push down. But for sure, we are coming down for sure.
Yeah, and ES has lower margin requirements too.
hmm
It's like 500 instead of 1,000. So like you can double the amount.
Yeah,
But also each point is less than NQ
yeah, it's
as well.
less.
Yeah.
Yeah, even this 1272 lines up perfectly with this area that I'm looking at. So for sure, gonna make the swap. All right. Oh, was there any trade you wanted to go over today, other than
Um,
just
no,
this
it was
price action
just
review?
that one I like you told me it wasn't a good day, so I just
hmm
exited out of it.
hmm
That was it.
I see. I see. Yeah. Um, just to reiterate, I mean, to me, it kind of looked like it was a 50-50, so you're kind of coin flipping. The higher probability was a little bit higher. Um, but that's just, I
Hindsight's
think
2020.
everything, yeah, every reason why you got in was sound, right? Like, so you weren't wrong,
Hmm.
which is a good thing, which is the great thing. So, yeah. Okay. I think that about ends it for today. Um, I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, see you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow
Enjoy
night.
your haircut.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.